Well, what has American billionaires so stirred up that they are literally attacking one another? Now, before I share with you that information, I have to give a shout out to my partner at getthetea.com. Right now, the owner over there put together this package specifically for my viewers, and it has two of my favorite products, GI Joy and the Super Tea, the peppermint flavor. And both of these things in conjunction can really clear out your system. So if you're looking for that digestive help, this is absolutely the thing. I cannot live without this product. I've been using it for a while, but check it out at getthetea.com/Lisa to get that specific offer. And the link is also found in the description box below. All right. So with that, what exactly has billionaires all across America so stirred up that they are fighting with each other? Well, how about all the stuff that is going on between Twitter and Elon Musk? For starters, as a quick recap, I know you guys heard this on my prior reports. We know that Elon Musk bought a 9.2% stake in the company. After that, he declined having a board position. He said, nope, I don't want to be a part of the board. Then he put forth an offer of $43 billion there to buy Twitter. And Twitter responds with a poison pill. And what is that? We'll take a look here. This is Communist News Network, business.com. Twitter adopts the poison pill measure that could thwart Elon Musk's takeover bid. Now, to put this very simply, what is a poison pill? And I'm just really going to basic this up for those of liberals who are listening, because, excuse me, there's a lot of liberals listening. But with that, a poison pill is basically pretend you have 100 stakes in a company, right? You got 100 shares. Well, what you're going to do with the poison pill, you can double those stakes. Say, oh, now you want 200,000 stakes, which if you're a shareholder like Elon Musk and say you had 10% of the original stakes, well, if they double that to 200,000, now you're only at about 5%. So basically, they're really screwing over a lot of the people who are shareholders within the company. And lo and behold, that's not much of a surprise, because when you look at the owners of the company, those who are board members on Twitter, they own little to no stocks. Take a look here. And I found this on Twitter itself, and here it is. You can see the board members there and all of them here and the percentages of stock that they own. And you can see Dorsey owns 2.253. He's the biggest of the board members, the 12 board members there. Elon Musk responds with this: wow, with Jack departing, which he left, the Twitter board collectively owns almost no shares. Objectively, their economic interests are simply not aligned with the shareholders. And I agree 100%. So that's your quick recap. But I don't believe that any of those board members have any interest in aligning with the shareholders, because they themselves own little to no shares. Ergo, the poison pill option. And if I was one of the stakeholders, I would be like putting up some lawsuits there. But either way, this is still sending liberals and billionaires, leftist billionaires, into a straight up panic and causing fights among billionaires. Take a look at what I'm talking about here. Here's Fox News. 5 liberal media outlets run by billionaires that have criticized Elon Musk's attempted Twitter purchase, because Musk offered to buy Twitter for $43 billion and take it private. It goes on to state this: as Elon Musk attempts to purchase Twitter, many journalists and political commentators have viewed the Tesla CEO's plan to take over the social media giant as detrimental and have slammed the idea of billionaire ownership. Yet, and here's the key part here, several liberal media organizations are themselves owned by billionaires. So basically what I'm about to show you is 5 media companies getting ticked off and having a verbal argument online, if you will, over the fact, or a verbal fight, if you will, online, livid, that Elon Musk wants to buy Twitter, even though they're hypocrites, because, their company is owned by billionaires. Here's those 5 agencies or media outlets that, Fox News is talking about. Let's check out the first one here. And the first one is Washington Post. And who owns Washington Post? Jeff Bezos bought it. Here we go. The Washington Post sold to Amazon's Jeff Bezos $250 million. That's it. That's all he had to pay back then when he bought it. And Elon Musk is offering 43 billion, but I digress. Here we go. So Washington Post sold to a billionaire. And so what does Washington Post do? They put out articles crying and upset about what Elon Musk wants to do. Take a look. Elon Musk mocks Washington Post after op-ed that calls to prevent rich people from controlling a media platform. Critics point out that the Washington Post is owned by billionaire Jeff Bezos. But you know what? All liberal logic has left the building because they don't pay attention. They just read a superficial headline. Oh, rich people can't buy things, like Twitter. But it's okay if Jeff Bezos does it and buys Washington Post. Wait, why is it now an issue? Oh, because he's a libertarian and actually wants freedom of speech. And regardless of how you think of Elon Musk, he is making the right stand in that particular area. Not that I agree with everything the man does. And that's not the only media agency, by the way. It's not just Washington Post and Jeff Bezos. Let's go on over to The Atlantic, right? Take a look here. And this is on therep.com. Steve Jobs' widow, Lauren Powell, buys The Atlantic. So she buys The Atlantic. This is a billionaire buying a media company. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, she is a big Biden mega donor, but I digress. And then on top of that, what happens? Her writers, because she's got that Axios part as well, are criticizing Elon Musk. Take a look. Axios writer panics about worst case scenario, Musk Twitter takeover, behaving like a supervillain. Elon Musk goes into full goblin mode. The piece read, what about the full goblin mode of your billionaire owner and widow of Steve Jobs? Not a word on that. There's a second one. How about this one? You know who else is panicking over this? Time. Take a look here. Who owns Time magazine? Here's CNN.com. Mark Beinhoff bought Time magazine to help address the crisis of trust, and that's on CNN Business. Okay, wait. Crisis of trust. Yet Elon Musk is worried about freedom of speech. He's worried about crisis of trust. Either way, it was okay when Mark did it. Nobody said anything about it, but don't worry. Twitter editorial Time editor came out on Twitter and had this to say about Elon Musk. Take a look. And here it is. Elon Musk is why to abolish billionaires. You know, this is the Time editor, and your billionaire owner is this guy right here, but I digress. Asking them to chip in their fair share isn't enough. Regulating them isn't enough. When people are allowed to acquire this much concentrated influence, they will inevitably manspread economic power into every other form of power. Do you see the hypocrisy there? Yet his owner, a billionaire owner of Time magazine, it's just this nothing. Liberals have nothing to say about this. What about Michael Bloomberg? Yep, we all know him. He owns the big media conglomerate Bloomberg itself. And here is Bloomberg himself criticizing it in an op-ed, or Bloomberg op-ed criticizing it. Fox News, Bloomberg op-ed claims Elon Musk Twitter takeover. Bad news for free speech. And Musk obviously responds to that. And it's not just those four agencies. How about LA Times, who, by the way, is owned by another billionaire? They also jumped in on the wagon here. LA Times, Patrick Soon-Shiong, executive chairman, is the, billionaire who owns LA Times. And what did his organization, his LA Times, have to say? Well, here it is. Elon Musk's paradoxical vision of running Twitter: less democracy and more freedom. The article goes on to state this specifically. The potential hostile takeover of this essential infrastructure by one person who happens to be a powerful billionaire is very troubling for democratic society and for society right at large. Okay, wait. But it's okay for 5 radical leftist billionaires to seize up and own a majority of the mainstream media? Somehow it's a hostile takeover on a social media platform? Excuse me, hypocrite. They are such hypocrites. And you know what else is happening right now with Elon Musk? The Biden administration is using the SEC and the DOJ to get involved, because they're saying, oh, there's no coincidence. It just happened. Take a look at Law Enforcement Today article. Just a coincidence. Reports surfaced that the SEC and DOJ is launching an investigation into Elon Musk after Twitter. Oh, wait. No investigation was lost on any of those prior billionaires who own mega media sites, but when Elon Musk does it, God forbid the libertarian has any say. I mean, really? This should be so obvious that we are no longer a free country. And I know most of you know that out there. And by the way, this is one reason I created restrictedrepublic.com. Get there, please. Get the information of what's really going on. Right now, I'm still extending the offer of $5 per month for the entire first year. Use that coupon code Trump. We are not raising our prices in the middle of all this inflation. That $5 offer is still going to stand for the entire first year, but use the coupon code Trump. And it's there that we share all kinds of information. Here's just a little bit of those stories that you absolutely need to see. And by the way, no commercials or on this site. We take all of those off. All the ads are gone from Twitter. So all the YouTube videos are on there as well without any ads. But there's 5 to 6 videos new every week exclusively to Restricted Republic. Anyhow, I love all of you. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven signing out.